Good evening, you're watching State of Business on our television. This is Zeenat Musafir and these are the headlines. Influenza in southern province claims 7 lives. Colombo Mayoress instructs authorities to provide immediate relief to victims of adverse weather conditions. News in details. Director General of Health Services Dr. Anil Jasinghe today confirmed that a total number of 7 individuals have died as a result of influenza in the southern part of Sri Lanka. Addressing a special press briefing in Colombo this afternoon, he assured that necessary facilities are being provided to the relevant hospitals to treat patients who are suffering from this illness.
දකුණු පළාතේ එක්තරා ආකාරයකට ශ්වසන පද්ධතිය ආශ්‍රිත උණක් යම් ප්‍රමාණයකට පැතිරෙමින් පැවතියා. දැන් මේක විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ රෝගීන් අපිට වැඩිපුර හමු වුණේ කරාපිටිය ශික්ෂණ රෝහලෙන් ඒ වගේම මාතර දිස්ත්‍රික්කය සහ මේ ගාලු දිස්ත්‍රික්කය තමයි ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන්ම මෙම රෝගීන් අපිට දකින්නට ලැබුණේ. මේ රෝගීන්ගේ සාම්පල් පරීක්ෂා කරලා බලනකොට මේ ඇතැම් අයට ඉන්ෆ්ලුවෙන්සා ඇති බව පැහැදිලි වෙලා තියෙනවා. දැන් මේ රෝගීන් ප්‍රමාණ ගත්තහම මේ රෝගීන් ප්‍රමාණවල මේ ඉන්ෆ්ලුවෙන්සා රෝගීන් සිටිනවා. ඊට අමතරව වැඩි වශයෙන් සාමාන්‍ය වෛරස් උණ රෝගීන් සිටිනවා. අවසනාවන්ත ලෙස 7 දෙනෙක් මිය ගොස් තියෙනවා.
Meanwhile, epidemiologist Dr. Samitha Ginige stated that the influenza virus targets children, especially those less than 2 years old and infants who are less than 6 months old. According to Dr. Ginige, several steps have been taken within the hospital, such as visiting times being reduced and avoiding children being brought into the hospital in order to prevent the influenza from spreading.
මේ තත්ත්වය මේ මුලින්ම වාර්තා වෙන්නේ අප්‍රේල් මාසයේ සිට. ඒතර ගත්තාම අප්‍රේල් මාසයේ සිට යම් ක්‍රමානුකූලව ඒ රෝගීන් වැඩි යම් වැඩිවීමක් අපි දැක්කා. ඊට පස්සේ මේකේ උච්චතම අවස්ථාවකට එන්නේ මැයි මාසයේ මුල් සති දෙක තුල. මුලින්ම වාර්තා වෙලා තියෙන්නේ මේ සැරේ මේ රෝගීන්ගෙන් වැඩි දෙනෙක් වාර්තා වෙන අය කුඩා දරුවෝ. ඒ අතරිනුත් විශේෂයෙන්ම අවුරුදු 2කට අඩු දරුවන් අතර යම් සංකුලතා වාර්තා වෙලා තියෙනවා. මේකේ මූලික රෝග ලක්ෂණ වෙන්නේ එකවර ඇතිවන උණ, කැස්ස, උග්‍ර අමාරුව, නාසයෙන් සොටු දියර ගැනීම, ඇඟපත අමාරු වැනි තත්ත්ව තමයි සාමාන්‍ය රෝග ලක්ෂණ. ඉන්ෆ්ලුවෙන්සා වලට අපි අඳුනගෙන තියෙන අවදානම් කණ්ඩායම. ඒ කියන්නේ විශේෂයෙන්ම අවුරුදු 2කට අඩු ලදරුවන්. එතකොට ගර්භණී මව්වරු එහෙම නැත්නම් කිරි දෙන මව්වරු කියන්නේ මේ ඩිලිවරි එකකින් මේ ප්‍රසූතියෙන් පසු කාලය ඉන මව්වරු. එතකොට මේ වයසක අය, ඒ කියන්නේ අවුරුදු 65කට වඩා අඩු මේ වයස්ගත කණ්ඩායම්. එහෙමත් නැත්නම් වෙනත් නිදන්ගත රෝග තත්ත්ව තියෙන කණ්ඩායම්. මේ කියන්නේ විශේෂයෙන් ගත්තම දියවැඩියා තත්ත්වය, හෘද රෝග තත්ත්වයන්, ශ්වසන ආබාධ තත්ත්වයන්, මේ නිදන්ගත එහෙම නැත්නම් වකුගඩු ආබාධ තත්ත්වයන් තියෙන කෙනෙකුට මේ ඉන්ෆ්ලුවෙන්සා වෛරස ආසාදනය හැදුනොත් සාමාන්‍ය නිරෝගී පුද්ගලයෙකුට වඩා සංකූලතාවලට යෑමේ වැඩි අවදානමක් තියෙනවා.
Addressing the media in Colombo today, Mayoress of Colombo Rosie Senanayake instructed relevant authorities to provide immediate relief to the victims of the adverse weather conditions. The Mayoress also stated that 6 groups have been allocated to 6 districts and transport facilities have been provided accordingly. Meanwhile, a proposal was also made to provide flood victims with biodegradable, water-resistant bags to store personal belongings and a paper document containing contact details and important information to endure the current weather conditions in Sri Lanka. The Mayoress also stressed upon the importance of cleanliness, hygiene and sanitary facilities and the security provided to the public and their personal belongings, and added that required fund allocations will be made immediately. We're going in for a short break. Do stay tuned for more news after these commercials. Welcome back. Women in Management, together with the International Finance Corporation, launched its 8th edition of Professional and Career Women's Awards for 2018 in Colombo today.
Sri Lanka had only 32.8 women contribution to the economy. Today is 35.8. And we think women had a major role to play on that. And also the success is We have brought women. When we said we want to recognize Sri Lankan women, we did that. When we want to find women role models, we proved it. What was the objective? Getting them branded as Sri Lanka.
Consumer confidence is at the lowest, and the whole consumption of household products, foods, and personal care items have contracted by 12%. So, in this background, how do you identify an outstanding performer would be very, very going to be tough. So, we'll have to do a lot of research. We got to make sure that the winners who come out are credible and continues to keep that same landscape running in the year of 2018. Out of a total government strategy of 100%, only about 45-46% of the economic agenda has been implemented. So that will have an impact on the private sector performance and, of course, end of the day, the housewife's consumption. So this is the challenge we are up ahead. It's going to be a tough one. We will have to really focus on what are the sectors, what are the industries, what are the companies who are drawing good, and maybe identify who are these outstanding performers who are being to be recognized.
Meanwhile, speaking at the event, IFC Country Manager for Sri Lanka and Maldives, Amina Arif, highlighted the importance of gender equality and increasing female labour force participation in society.
Gender equality is not just a social and moral imperative, but also an economic need. This is because globally, women represent 50% of the world's population, 50% of the world's consumers, 50% of the world's decision makers, or probably more as far as households are concerned. Yet they account for only 41% of the global workforce. Women earn 10 to 30% less than men. In Sri Lanka, even as our economy expanded, formal female labour force participation dropped from 41% in 2010 to about 36% in 2016. Women are also disadvantaged by glass ceiling barriers to reach the highest decision-making levels. This is not just in Sri Lanka, this is a global phenomenon. Women are fundamental to transforming the global economy, supporting job creation, raising per capita incomes, and promoting sustainable development. We at IFC firmly believe that society cannot develop sustainably without ensuring equal distribution of opportunities, resources, and choices for both men and women. This is something we focus on even internally, where we have diversity and inclusion targets to create a fair, diverse, and inspiring environment for staff. Externally, we want to narrow the gender gap, increase female participations in the economy at all levels, from boards, the number of women on boards, to the number of women in the labour force.
Epic Technology Group, Sri Lanka's premier and regional award-winning technology leader, marked its 20th anniversary of Innovation Excellence in Colombo last evening. Addressing the event, the Executive Chairman and Managing Director of Epic Technology, Dr. Nayana Dehigama, made the following statements.
Epic is a young company still, but we are 20 years old. We started our journey as a backyard company, but it's a with a huge, humongous vision and determination in our minds and heart. Today, we are specializing in financial services industry solutions, but that's not the only thing that we do. We also are now specializing in other technology domains that is related to digitalization or in this digital transformation. So we have now we are considered a global or a international player that offers world-class technology solutions to solve especially the social problems.
A media briefing was held at the Disaster Management Centre today to notify the public with regard to the adverse weather conditions prevailing within the country.
Over 24,000 people are staying at this 168 welfare center, and also analyzed day after tomorrow is a critical day. We expect more than 150 millimeters rainfall, especially Kalathura, Kekol, Ratnapura and Colombo district.
We're going in for a short break. Do stay tuned to see how the stocks perform today after these commercials. Welcome back. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a mixed note today. The All Share Price Index gained 6.18 points to close at 6,472.25, and the S&P SR20 dropped 10.47 points to close at 3,613.94. The turnover was 777 million rupees and 24.9 million shares were traded. Next is Forex rates. That's all the news we have for you today. Join us tomorrow with State of Business on our television at the same time. Until then, take care and good night.